Morning Spurs fans, Paul the Hotspur Hippie here, the only psychedelic soccer show on the internet. To be honest, feeling a little bit flat today. We'll get on to the football game a little bit later, but as you probably all know now, Terry Venables passed away yesterday after a long illness. And he was a good guy, you know, he was a good guy. He played for Tottenham, played for Chelsea, played for Tottenham, won an FA Cup with us in 1967. And my memories of Terry Venables are really when he was manager of Barcelona and Spurs were going through a bit of a rough spot. We'd lost David Pleat as a manager, and the team just seemed to lose its way. We were definitely starting to sell players instead of buying them. And Terry Venables came in as manager in 1988. And I've said in streams and videos before that, you know, when Ange Postecoglou came to Tottenham, it's the most excited I've been since Terry Venables became manager, because it was it was you know, it was one of those times at Tottenham where, you know, everyone was happy and everyone wanted Terry Venables to come in and manage them. And it was good times, you know. He took a team that was kind of on the decline and got it pumped up again, and he got us playing some really nice football. And then there, of course, Gazza and Lineker and Paul Stewart, Paul Walsh, Neil Ruddock, and we won the FA Cup in 1991 before we moved upstairs, and you know, things went a bit south after that. But Terry, as a football manager and a footballer, was really loved by everyone, all the players, all the fans. Business dealings, I don't give a stuff about that. Then he went on to manage England, and the '96 Euros, we were playing with such swagger. I think we played better in '96 than we did in 1990. It was just a really, really good attacking style of football. And then after that, again, left under, you know, whatever circumstances. It was like an Indian summer. He came over to Australia and managed the Socceroos for a couple of years. Came that close to getting qualification for France '98, which would have been the first time that Australia qualified in 24 years. And it's funny, I remember at the time that, you know, friends of mine over here that were soccer fans, is like a reverse Postecoglou. Like I'm having to tell him, well, not now, but a few months ago I was having to tell people about in England about Ange Postecoglou. When Venables came as Australia manager, I wasn't on the internet, it's just friends, you know, just telling them about Terry Venables and what a good coach he was. And he got Australia playing really well. It was a really good side we had, and it was just the finest of margins. Some idiot jumping on the goalposts at half-time, and it all went south after that. But one of my personal memories of Terry Venables is one of my prized possessions is the 1967 FA Cup record by Tottenham. And Terry Venables was the showman in it. And me and my mates used to, when I was a kid, me and my mates used to listen to this record so many times, just taking the mickey out of Terry Venables, because he was so, you know, cheesy, and he could sing though. So what I've done before we get onto the football, there was a song that immediately sprung to mind when I heard about Terry, and it's on the record. I'll put a link because you know, wonderful thing about the internet, someone's actually ripped this single. It's like a medley, Cockney Knees Up, featuring all the great Spurs players, man. I mean, it's incredible. I'll put a link up to it a bit later. Remind me if I forget, where you can go and listen to the whole thing yourselves, because it's a pretty feel-good little single, you know, called Glory, Glory, Hallelujah. So I'll put this together, just in memory of Tell.
We'll have a solo from Terry Venables.
Okay, let him boy, bye bye Blackbird. I pack up all my care and woe. Here I go and I'm singing low. Bye bye Blackbird. Where somebody waits for me. The sugar is sweet and so is she. Bye bye Blackbird. Well, no one here can love or understand me. Oh, what hard luck stories they all hand me. So I make my bed, light the light. I'm gonna arrive late tonight. A blackbird, bye bye. And here we have our Scottish contingent, Dave, Robbo and Gilly with I Belong to Glasgow. Give me the hand, lads, come on.
There we go. You know, it's something that me and my mates used to laugh at quite a lot when I was a kid, and find it quite sad now, to be honest. But you know, anyway, let's get over to the chat, and we'll get on to the game a bit later. Maybe we'll talk about Terry a bit, if you've got any memories of him. Weird echo on my mic, is there? What's going on? What's going on? There's an sorry. What a I was mucking around. Sorry folks, I was mucking around with a voice changer plug-in last night. So well, that's what a fitting tribute to Terry Venables, me talking like a bloody space alien. Should be all right now. Yeah, sorry about that, folks. Did you hear what okay. I'm okay now. Just as well, I was a bit emotional. I'll go through it. Look, my memories of Terry Venables. I'll cock that up. Sorry, folks. That you know, it was a time when I was going to Tottenham, and it was a real feel good atmosphere around the place. Everybody wanted Terry Venables to come in and manage the team. He was at Barcelona at the time, and he took a team that was kind of, in my opinion, he was a bit on the wane. And he pumped us back up again, and you know what he did with him, Gascoigne, Lineker, you know, Neil Ruddock even, Paul Stewart. They were real happy days at White Hart Lane, and you know when he went on to manage England. I'm sorry, folks. I've said all this once. I know you couldn't hear it, but I'll try again, man. He went on to manage England, and that '96 England team I found to be a really exciting team. Just as like when he managed Tottenham, he got us playing a good style of football. It was all about the football with Terry. He was so popular. And when he came over to Australia to manage the Socceroos, he nearly got us qualified for the World Cup. That close, got them playing really well, and it was funny. Like in recent months, I've been trying to tell people about Ange Postecoglou, and when Terry came over here to manage the Socceroos, I had to explain to friends about Terry Venables and what a good guy he was. So you know that song I played there is from the Tottenham 1967. FA Cup single, which is one of my prized possessions, and me and my mates my Spurs fans, mates, we listened to that single so many times, mainly to laugh at Terry Venables because he's just so cheesy and such a showman, and it's brilliant. But that was that was the first thing that popped into my mind when I heard he died yesterday. Is that song "Bye Bye Blackbird" just popped into my head, you know, and it was it's funny, like happy memories when I was a kid listening to that, but I find it quite sad now. But rest in peace, Terry. So I'm really sorry I got my audio stuffed up at the beginning there, but my voice was a little bit wobbly, to be fair, so I don't know if you missed much. So I'll come to the chat, I'll come to the chat, and I'll get onto the game in a minute, folks. Just want to talk about Terry for a bit. Yeah, Val Eltel, man, or Vale, sorry, Tigro SPT. I'm feeling a bit flat today, folks. Yeah, I did find the news about Terry quite sad. It's funny, it's one of those things when you move away from a country and you just don't realise how old people are getting sometimes. Steady as shark, hey. How you going, man? And the game didn't help, to be honest. Yeah, sorry, folks. Yeah, look, I'll play it again at the end. I'll get onto the game. If anyone wants to talk about Terry, we'll talk about him first. Steady Shark, I'm younger, so my first experience of him was our Euro 96 team. Yeah, man. It was fun, wasn't it? It was fun. It was a good time to be an England fan, gave us a bit of hope. Came close again, but it was fun. Mick Dundee, I was at that game against Iran at the MCG. Devastating night. Yeah, so close. So near but so far, man. So near but so far. Caption Grandma. G'day, Paul. It was such a shame that Venables and Sugar were at loggerheads. Yeah, I know. Well, if I was to pick a side in that, it would never ever be Alan Sugar. It would always be Terry Venables. Kev Knight. Totally share your emotion at the sad passing of Terry. He's such a great manager. Exciting, dynamic football. What a pity it was under Sugar, because we could have gone on to greater things. That wasn't the only manager that Sugar knackered. Who knows what Ozzy and Steve could have done if they had a bit of backing. That was another one that was totally unfair. Tigro SPT, 2-0 up in that MCG game against Iran. I know we were there, weren't we? And that pest Peter Hawes, that's the guy, destroyed our momentum. And we came out and we weren't the same in the second half, were we? I'll just find out, if you want to listen to, because it is a fun listen. It is a fun listen, that the 1967, and I'm so glad someone has put it up on the internet. So I'll just get the link for you. There we go. I'll just put that in the chat now for you. It's a fun listen. Oh, so there it is there. Yeah, it's funny. I just, sometimes I just think, all these these old characters are going away, and I mean, who are they being replaced by? Who's the next generation? Maybe it's just my age. It seems to be thin on the ground these days, but he's quite a character, was Eltel. Good pundit, good guy, really. Caption Grandma, let's not forget that Terry was a great general when he was a player, a leader by example. Yeah, I mean, his playing days would be before my time, man, but the way he led that 1967 FA Cup single, man, I can imagine you're right. I'm so sorry I buggered up my audio at the beginning of that. That's, dear, oh dear. Oh, well. We got there in the end, eh? We got there in the end. I think my mic volume's a little bit low. There we go. Is that better? Turn it up a bit. There we go. There we go. Oh, well, on to the game, eh? On to the game. Look, there was good and bad there, wasn't there? Good. I was excited over the team selection. I thought Ange Postecoglou, I hope, silenced some of his critics by the team he put out. Probably not all of them, let's face it. I'm sure, I haven't listened to any Spurs stuff. I'm sure there's people saying he made mistakes and all that sort of stuff. But it's funny, it was very close to the team me and Jacob and I picked the other day with Emerson Royale as centre-back instead of Eric Dyer, which was, thank you, Ange. And dropping Kulu into a more deeper role and putting Hill up front. We started off really, really lively. I think we dominated the game. We dominated Aston Villa. I was very surprised how weak Aston Villa looked, actually. We were pressing really well. But, comes down to taking your chances. Couple of clear-cut chances, but also it was the ball into the box, 2 foot out of range, behind people, in front of people. It wasn't quite on it, was it? A couple of sitters. I don't think Son's chance was a sitter because the ball was given to him behind. He couldn't get round that one. Ben Davies had a great chance with a header. And really, Aston Villa's goal right before half-time, the worst possible time to concede a goal. Set piece. Ben Davies didn't get his man, and it's Aston Villa 1, Tottenham 1, isn't it? I mean, our goal, it was a ripping volley by Lascelles, who I think had a reasonable game. In fact, a lot of our players had good games last night. It was a very different setup we had, and I thought, they did all right. Look, the good of it is, I think we played well for a lot of the game. Bentancur getting injured was horrible. That Cash player, Aston Villa, man, what a dirty thug that guy is. I hope next time we play them that Romero gives him a bloody reminder. You don't do that to our players, mate, especially to a guy that's coming back from an ACL. So I hope Bentancur's all right. I haven't seen any press conference. Basically, I'm a bit tired today as well. Bugger all sleep. I went to sleep straight after the game, so I haven't seen or heard anything really. I haven't seen what Ange said after the game. So I thought that would almost kill us. But Pierre-Emile Højbjerg, I thought had a really good game. I thought his some of his passing and switch of play was great. He was actually pretty creative. And then, Skip comes on, and Skip does what Skip does, doesn't he? Not impressed at all. It's a bump in the road, but considering where a lot of people thought and felt how he would go, result aside, I thought we did all right. It was a shame we didn't nick a draw. When we came out in the second half, we were lively. seemed to run out of steam a bit. I thought Hill had a good game. Who else had a good game? Destiny Udogie was fantastic. He would just walk up to players and just steal the ball off them. Excuse me, folks, I'm just going to go and blow my nose a little bit. Back in a second. All right, we're back. It's a hard one to take. That I'm a bit gutted, to be honest. I'm gutted about that result. But that's the players we got, isn't it? That's the players we've got at the moment. Kulu was all right, but God, he frustrates me. The amount of times he just shoots balls straight at the keeper. Some of the decision making wasn't the best. Taking shots when you shouldn't be taking shots, or trying to lay the ball up when you should have taken a shot. So, that was disappointing. But, once it clicks, it clicks. So, it's given Ange a lot of things to think about. Ben Davies was okay, but I don't know. I think he could have done better for the goals, really. So maybe in due course we will see Dorrington. I thought Emerson Royale did all right. In a different role he's not used to. But there you go. It's Tottenham 1, Aston Villa 2. We're playing Man City. Look, I think there was enough in that game that I'm still positive about playing Man City. Look, the players were trying to play the Ange way, and just fell short. But it's a tough one to take. That one tougher. That's the toughest loss I reckon to take for me this season. Chelsea. That was a weird old game, wasn't it? And then Wolves, we were just not up for it. But this one, disappointing. So what are we saying about the game here, folks? Super chats and memberships are available. I don't know, I might get a copyright strike for playing that song, but I wanted to play it. Because it just means something to me, that song. Skip sucks, says James Paratrooper. Yeah. He really does. I think Ange is making a point, though. Might be some of these players' last chances. And they didn't do the job, let's face it. They didn't do the job. Steady Sharp, we couldn't finish our food. We created a plethora of chances, yeah. It's happening a bit this season, isn't it? It's happening a bit where we're generating lots of chances. Could be 5-0 up, but we're not. We're getting close, though. We are getting close. Look, it's not doom and gloom because, to get those chances in the first place, you've got to be playing well. So I can't, it's not... You know what I mean? If you're playing crap, you ain't going to get the chances in the first place. So we are doing something right. We just got to... like you say, Steady Shark, we've got to finish our dinner a bit better, haven't we? Some of the football is so good, I didn't feel like we lost. I know. There's a lot of unexpected flicks going on that aren't stupid flicks. They're to progress play and they're coming off. So I'm flat about the result. I can't deny it. I am flat about the result. I think Ange did his job well again. Picking that side, it was good. Who's going to say that was the wrong side? Maybe people we should have put youngsters in. But maybe their chance will come. Who knows? At least Dyer didn't figure in any of the action. However, I do wonder how sustainable Ange's football is in the Premier League, as most of our midfielders and front men can't last the pace. Well, they're going to have to, man. because this is the way it is. This is the way we're going to play. And I don't buy it. I don't buy it that the Premier League is a different special thing, man. Football's football. Steady as shark. With 5 subs of similar qualities to our starter, I don't see... yeah, exactly, man. If our squad's up to it, then the idea is you run till you're knackered and bring legs on and they continue the job. I don't see stamina issues as being much of a problem. That's pretty much my take on it as well, man. Matty Cash, caption Grandma. Well, we're back in agreement, man. As an animal, has a bit of a reputation for crippling opponents. I'd be quite happy for Romero to get a red card sorting that guy out, to be honest, when we play them next. One thing that really I found annoying was the VAR for offsides. That first one for Aston Villa. I mean, just give the goal, man. Just give the goal. Get on with the game. It was weird, from the picture from one side of the pitch, he looked offside. From the other side of the pitch, he looked a little onside. And when they're zooming up, the picture quality is so awful. So awful. I don't see how that can ever be used. It's all pixelated and garbage. There's so much margin for error. Get benefit of the doubt to the striker, and that would have gone against us for Aston Villa. But the game moves on, doesn't it? Instead of standing around for what? It was about 2 or 3 minutes for an offside. Absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Steady Shark. Johnson looked great at times, but unfortunately had nothing left by the end. He was knackered. Had a good turn of pace at times, though, didn't he? Good turn of pace. I don't want to come here all woe and negative, man. We did lose the game, but it wasn't like we were crap. We were actually, for large parts of that game, I was entertained. Was I entertained? Yeah, I was. It just seemed, but by the end, it was almost inevitable. We weren't gonna nick a late equaliser or anything like that. It doesn't affect the points gained over last year. I might do a little match review later on and do the bring up the Dreamo-meter, because I haven't done that for a couple of games. But we lost to Aston Villa last year. We lost to them this year, so there's no change in points gained on that one. Kev Knight, I watched the game live, and to be honest, I thought we played pretty well overall. Yeah, that's why I find it hard to take, man. It's hard to take. Even the replacements fitted into the new way of playing. Yeah, like I say, Pierre was pretty good. Skip was crap. I'm not, he's bloody awful. Who was the other sub that came on? So Pierre for Højbjerg, Skip came on, and who was the third sub? One of you guys will be able to remind me, won't you? I could look it up. Richie B, would have been nice to see youth get a chance. Well, maybe their time will come, man. Maybe their time will come. I was a bit surprised maybe they didn't come on. But we were fighting for the game. There's swings and roundabouts to it, isn't there? When you're chasing a 2-1, do you want to put it on a youngster? Maybe yes, maybe no. But Ange knows them. Look, whatever Ange does, he makes the right decisions. He really does. Mick Dundee, the game was exceptional, but when you didn't finish, you get punished. That's it, man. Spurs should have been out of sight by half time. Yeah, it's happened like I say, it's happened a few times this season. We're getting closer. So, when it clicks, we're going to be unstoppable. And it will click. It will. Look, the players are good. The front players are good enough to get this going. And when they do, there was times when I was watching that game last night when I was thinking no team would want to play us. We were so good. Some deadly through balls beating Aston Villa's defence. And then, Aston Villa were playing more of a counter-attacky game. They didn't really come at us. They were going on the break. And most of the times we snuffed those out. The line was fairly high at times, but it wasn't really that caused us problems. It was a set piece. Captain Graham, I love Sonny. I was disappointed with him and our front line failing for the offside trap all the time. It happened a couple of times, but then, Aston Villa are well drilled in that as well. Sonny is experienced enough to do much better. Possibly. Richie B will click in good time. Maybe against City we will take our chances. That's what I'm hoping. Look. There's more good than bad to come out of that game. I think we deserved a bit more than what we got. But I mean, deserved. You know what I mean? You get what you get. Aston Villa deserved to win because they scored 2 goals and we scored 1. I mean, it's simple as that, isn't it? But it's a bitter pill to swallow, isn't it? Bitter pill to swallow. I had a text from a mate of mine who was at the game, which I haven't read yet, so I haven't read in full. So I'll see what his impression of being at the game was. Bollocks. Should have taken our chances in the first half. Never really looked like scoring in the second. I thought Brennan could have showed more. Son was off it too. Home crowd very disappointed with the way the game panned out, but quite a few stayed to clap the team at the end. Oh, well, good that the team was supported, isn't it? Good that the team was supported. It wasn't for lack of effort, There wasn't a lot of standing around. You could see they were running out of puff, but we haven't got the depth at the moment. The depth will come. The depth will come with a couple of windows. We've just got to wait. We've got to wait. There's not a lot we can do about it right now. There's not a lot we can do about it. Richie B, 3 goals disallowed and only 1 injury. Just another day at the office for Spurs. Yeah, well, Steady Shark. I think that today showcased why we need Richie, or at least somebody with similar aerial ability. Yeah, there are a couple of high balls going in, weren't there? That I thought there was one where bloody hell, if Richarlison was in there, that would have been in. That would have been in. Look, we hit the post twice as well. Kulu hit the post. Who was it? Was it Son hit the post? So I can only be so down on them because it's fine margins. It is hard to score a goal and all that. Could have been 3-2. Could have, should have, would have. Could have, should have, would have. So many corners that we didn't do anything with. Pedro was off it on a lot of the corners, wasn't he? Lo Celso was taking good corners for Argentina, or maybe I don't know. Look, I don't know. I'm not going to do Angie's job for him, am I? Valise, that was it. Valise came on in the last 10 minutes. I can't recall him doing too much. Probably, as the game was getting on, that was like 3 o'clock in the morning. I was probably getting a bit tired. Captain Grandma, those close offsides take so long. I know. I can picture multiple Einstein-looking characters examining the line drawn with a microscope, guessing whether it is offside or not. And like I said, that first Aston Villa one, I think it's very hard to definitively say that was offside. When in real time when I was watching it, I thought it was a goal. And if you want to get rid of VAR, you have to take the rough with the smooth, and I would have taken that one. I would have taken that goal against us for the sake of not stopping the game for 2-3 minutes, hanging around. The amount of injury time that was added onto the first half, I think it was 6 minutes came up on the board, and we played for like 9 or 10. Crazy. Mikel Gregorio. Hi, mate. I thought Gio had a good game. Yeah, it was all right, wasn't it? I get, what was crossing my mind in that first, when we were playing really, really well. It's funny for me. No player really stood out, and I mean that in a good way because we were playing. Our team was good. The team was good more than any individual. Every individual showed a little bit of skill and technique when it was required. Our pressing was really good. So that's why, no player jumped out at me. So I'd have to agree that Gio did have a good game. Stevie Shark, I agree with you from earlier. I thought that Lo Celso looked good today. Yeah, well, maybe. Maybe he can do it again. I do worry about him because I have, we've seen it before. But maybe he's all in now. Maybe he's all in, which is good because we need that player, don't we? We need that player while we're light on the ground. All right, while the chat's going, I'm just going to... I just want to have a quick look and see what the update is with Bentancur. See if there's any news. Let's have a look here. Evening Standard has got a report here. Ankle injury. Ankle injury. It's his ankle. So this is what Ange said after the game. Not sure it's his ankle, I think. It wasn't a great tackle. It was a disgusting tackle. I thought he started the game so well. It's the last thing we need, another injury. We've got 8 players out. Bentancur 9. Man, oh man. We lost Ashley Phillips in the week as well. It's just the situation we're in at the minute. We'll get through it. It might take a while, but we'll get through it. I'm sure when you come through the other side, we'll be a very good football team. Oh, I agree with this. Man, oh man. Look, a lot of people expected us to fall apart, didn't they? That we'd be no good. That we were going to lose 3-0. And look, I think we showed enough to give us a bit of hope. On another day, we could have won that game. It's given me hope for Man City, actually. It really has. We're just going to make sure the players stay focused on what's important right now. Postecoglou was upbeat about the performance of his team, who had 3 goals disallowed for offside. I mean, there were a couple of big offsides, though, weren't they? You need to win football games to keep yourself in the mix at the end of the year. But today was about trying to play the football we wanted to play. If we fall short, we fall short. But I didn't think we did fall short today. The outcome is obviously disappointing for our fans and particularly disappointing for our players. They were doing a fantastic job and playing the football we wanted to play. On another day, we win it comfortably, but that's football. It's fine margins sometimes. I thought some of our football was just outstanding today. The positives definitely outweigh the negative of the result. I think it's a fair comment. I think he's got that right. Come on. Why is this... Hang on a minute. There we go. Kev Knight, I agree, Paul. There's definitely good happening on the pitch in terms of commitment and trying to move forward at every opportunity. I mean, that's a good point. The thing I was worried about again was, the getting the backwards and forwards between midfield and defence with our second string team, and they seem to be they're getting the message. They're getting the message. It was forward. It was good. It was good. Things will click, and God help the team on the receiving end. I mean, that's the impression I got. Like I said, there were periods of that game where I thought no one wants to play against us. No one. We were so good. Hang on, my webcam is just stuffing up a bit for some reason. Let me just restart it. There we go. That should sort that out. Let's have a look at the stats here. Let's have a look at the stats. There we go. All right, so let's have a look. What we got here? Where is it? – Yeah, we dominated possession. Look at their passing accuracy. It was great. 4 yellow cards for Aston Villa. They should have been red in that. I mean, it was a horrible challenge on Bentancur. So there we are. That's where we are in the table after 13 games. Aston Villa has got the pip on us. We're 4 points off the lead, ain't bad. 2 points off top 4 now. I don't feel the elastic band is stretching to snapping point though. I think we're still in a good position. Losing 3 on a row is tough to take. It really is, man. But that's football, eh? Man City. Look, are we in a title race at the moment? Looking at that, possibly not. We're definitely in contention for top 4. Look, if we keep playing the way we did last night, we're gonna win games, aren't we? We have been winning games. We're going to continue to win games. So for such a big change in personnel over the last 2 games, they come a long way last night. They come a long way. Let's have a look at our standings in the tipping competition. Hang on. I haven't looked at... I don't even know what's going on that screen. I can't see it. But there we go. Let's have a look here. Let's see how the standings are looking. Yeah, I've got to find where they are. Oh, there it is. Put a highlight round it, you bloody website developers. Come on. Here we go. So after week 1, I ain't doing well, man, am I? All right. Top of the pops, we got Glenn Hoddle. Runner-up at the moment, Dirty Sanchez, and filling out the podium, we've got Barney. Down in the relegation zone, we got me. See, you don't come here for football insight and knowledge. God, what do I know? Look at me. But I'm not bottom. I'm not bottom. There are 2 people worse than me, Sonny's Army and Craig the Gecko Man. So that's week 1. So this is going to be cool. So we can do it by, month and season and stuff. So it's never too late to join the competition, folks. If you feel like it. Sorry, I didn't realise that would load up when I did that. Far out, man. Sorry about this, folks. Restart. I've got to take that restart tick off. Completely forgot what I was going to do there. Oh yeah, I was going to put the. So I'm a bit tired, folks. A bit tired, a bit flat. Bear with me. So here's the competition website, predictthefootball.com. It's free to join. You don't have to give them any info. And if you want to join the league I'm running, the code is 534030. Quite a few people in there. There's no prize money because I'm not a gambler, so it's just for pride. Well, pride's the wrong word as well. Be pleased that you won, I guess. Now, you may notice I'm sitting quite comfortably because thanks to the super chats that I've been getting and the memberships and the advertising I get from YouTube, I splashed out on a camping chair yesterday, so I'm nice and comfortable. I'm eager to do, I can keep streaming as long as you want now. My bum's not going to fall off the top of my legs. As usual, my chat thing has gone a bit knackered, so I'll just read out some chats before it catches up. Richie B says, another crazy game, much better than the Wolves game. Yeah. Captain Grandma. They'll probably wait for Benton's cause injury to settle down and do a scan tomorrow. Well, let's hope it's not serious, man. Let's hope it's not serious. Steely Shark, are you using the beverage holder? Yeah, I was using it last night, man. I was using it last night. It's very comfortable. Oh, I'm stomping on your comment there. There we go. Mark in. How are you, my good man? I'm all right, man. I'm all right. My spirits are being buoyed. You know, my spirits are being buoyed. I went to bed flat. Woke up flat. And just talking it all through, I'm feeling better. There was a lot more to be positive about than be negative about. I thought that was one of our best games. Yeah, that's the way it goes. I think it's really come together. Our top just unlucky with the offsides. Yeah. Well, Aston Villa were good at the offside trap. We looked deadly. But the Aston Villa couldn't get the ball off us. Our pressing, we were nicking the ball so high up the pitch, forcing Villa players to kick it off and give us throw-ons. Oh, did you see the bloody referee? Did you see the bloody referee at one point pinging, was it Destiny Doggy for a foul throw? Are you having a laugh? Foul throw? I mean, I haven't seen one of them given for years. I remember one game I was playing and I was getting pinged. I used to hate taking throw-ons. I used to hate it. You know, because it's like, you're taking a throw-on, sometimes it feels like there's no bloody player anywhere near you. It's like, well, where am I supposed to chuck this one? And every time I threw the bloody ball, foul throw. What, ref? What? I had to ask him, what am I doing wrong? Oh, well, your arms are going, forward of your head. It's like, oh, do me a favour. Come on. Ronald M, London calling, horrible day. R.I.P. Terry Venables. Yeah, had a bit of a chat about him at the beginning there, man. Well, I say, like one of the, it was a shock to me, man, because like one of the things when you move away from England, you forget how old people are getting. I didn't, obviously people get old, but my last memories, I guess, of my clear memories of Terry Venables was when he was managing the Socceroos. That was, it was nearly 30 years ago now, wasn't it? So. That's the picture of Terry Venables I have in my mind. I wasn't aware he was having a long illness, and it's sad. It's sad. The fans gave him a good send off before the game, a minute's applause. Actually, he was lucky my microphone was stuffed at the beginning of the stream because I was a little bit emotional, to be honest. Whereas I'm all right now. Talked it through, Kev Knight, no need to apologise, Paul. Thanks, man. You're right. And you know what? It bugs me sometimes when streamers apologise for things, like when they say things like, oh, I'm sorry I haven't been around for a while. Sorry I haven't done a video for a while. I'm not going to apologise that because sometimes I just don't want to do it. Or nothing springs to mind. So I won't be apologising that. But cock-ups, Oh, yeah, I'm getting there. I'm getting there, man. I'm getting there. Bit by bit, you learn more and more. And the tool I'm using is not for the faint-hearted, I'll put it that way. There's a reason why all football channels tend to use StreamYard, because it's easy. And this is not difficult, but you've got to be a little bit careful sometimes. But for me, I find it much more rewarding because there's stupid stuff I can do. There is stupid stuff I can do. I had an idle moment. This is what I'm liking. Now I've got a comfy chair, man. When thoughts come to my mind, I can just sit here comfortably and bang something out. What did I do yesterday? Oh, it's Millie Jedinak. Dyer! What are you doing, Dyer? See? Behind the white line, super calm, over the line, Badala, Badala, Dyer, kick it up forward. Kick it up forward, Dyer. There we go. Can't do that in StreamYard, you see. So the pain of my cock-ups for me is worth it. But thanks, man. Thanks, man. You become very slick when we have to refer to you as Slick Alice, eh? Slick Alice. Thanks, man. Correct throw etiquette seems to be a bit pointless when some players can launch them into the box like mortars anyway. I mean, you know, I'm just bloody glad the VAR is not getting involved in foul throws. It's going to bloody happen though, isn't it, folks? That's where we're going. Ronnie, good night from him. London calling, RIP Terry. Thanks for the 1991 Cup final win. I was 11. I went mad when we won. Yeah, man, I was living up in Sheffield at that time, and I don't have the photo anymore, but there is a photo of me asleep at the bottom of some stairs late at night, just fully dressed. Yeah, it was a good time. Bloody hell, I was 18. It feels like yesterday, man. It feels like yesterday. And here we go. The two Ronnies are in the house, man. We got the two Ronnies. It's good night for me. It's good night from him. 4 candles and all that. Let me see if there's any more. For those of you who missed it, I'll put this in the chat again because there's a few people arrived. This is a link to the 1967 FA Cup Spurs side. It's a single I own, and it's a lot of fun, and there's a lot of Terry Venables on it. As I, I was saying, it was me and my mates used to listen to the crap out of this when I was a kid. Mainly making fun of Terry Venables because he's such a cheeseball in it. It's great. He's great. He's such a cabaret showman. And it was the first song that popped into my head was him singing Bye Bye Blackbird when the news came through. We found out, like, we're doing a build-up on Irish Hotspur when the news came through, and it's like, oof, man, oh man. You know, I'm in no rush, man. I'm in no rush today. I got my chair. I'm nice and comfy. I'm at your disposal, folks. So, we can just talk about what you want to talk about. If you want to talk about Terry, if you want to talk about the game, if you want to talk about anything else, or if you don't want to talk, we can always, I can always come back another time, 3 in a row, says Shamu. More than likely 4 next week. Shout out to Tom Petty, free falling. Oh, I'm not buying that, Shamu. I think there was plenty of good to come out of the game. We played well. We played well, didn't we? It's not like we were playing last year. I don't think I don't know what Spurs fans are going to be saying. Stay humble, Spurs are Spursy. Spursy to me means a Paul Gascoigne free kick from 500 yards, mate. I don't think there was any... Nah, I'm not having that. Spursy. I don't even like the word that's become Spursy because Tottenham means a lot more to me than that. When you're playing high risk, entertaining football, it is fine margins. But I'd have it all day long, because when it works, it is so magnificent. It's glorious. That's what football's about, isn't it? It's about glory. It's not about winning. It's about glory. Nice shirt, Paul. Yeah, a mate of mine sent this over to me from England. And the back's pretty cool. I don't know if I'll be able to show you the back without knocking everything over. I don't think I'll be able to do it. There you go. It says Hotspur Hippie because there's not enough letters. It's 2 letters short, Tottenham. 2 letters short from having Hotspur Hippie. Gah. Why is there a letter limit? Usually you'd be able to have a, you know, Hamlet's soliloquy on your back if you want. Just make the letters smaller. All right, I'm getting buoyed up now. I'm getting buoyed up. My flatness is waning. All right, here we go. Shmoo Rendezvous. Here we go. What you got to say for us? Lots of missed chances. Probably just salty because more than half our starting team isn't playing. If we were fully fit, I wouldn't be concerned. No Eric Dyer, though. That put a smile on my face. Seeing him not in the lineup. You know what? Let's have a look at the sofa scores. I'm just going to quickly make sure that my Terry Venables video doesn't fire off. Okay, good. I've sorted that out. Let's have a look at sofa score, eh? See what the ratings of players are. Doop-a-doop-doop-doo. Oh, I can't even spell Tottenham, man. Can't even spell Tottenham. Oh, yeah, that's it. Tottenham 1, Aston Villa 2. I clicked on it, so what? There we go. IT professional for 1/4 of a century. You wouldn't believe it, would you? Can't say for score. Get your arse into gear. I didn't click anything. I didn't do anything. Where's the English League? Can I click on it that way? What? I mean, what the... Look, I go like this. And then I go, all right. I've stepped away from the mouse and keyboard. There we go. Okay, we're up. We're up. Let's have a look here. God, it's small writing, isn't it? Small writing. For 7.7. Brennan Johnson 6.7. Emerson Royal 6.6. I mean, this is all an automated computer thing. I don't know about that. Ben Davies. Destiny Doggy. Destiny would be my man of the match, I think. Vicario had a good couple of saves. It's not like we played badly. We played very, very well. We played very well. And like Ange said, something, you know, when you're sticking to a course, you can't get too bogged down in the results sometimes, you know. Both losing and winning. And last night we lost. Matty Cash, your days are numbered, son. Your days are numbered. Wait till we play you again. I don't know. What's to look here? Let's have a look at Gio Lo Celso. Okay, reasonably progressive. It's all bubba, isn't it? I don't even understand what these stats are. Shmoo Vandevooz, he's stuck on your roof. Yeah, he's in my world-class training facilities up on the roof, man. Yeah. Super chats and memberships are available. Just stick that out there. Sick shirt. I know. It's funny. I didn't want to get a player on the back because, you know, as soon as I do that, they'd be sold or turn to shit. So, and I was obviously not going to put my name on it because that's a bit of a... I mean, some people do it though, why not? But I just thought I'd put something stupid on it. Kev Knight, we had a number of outstanding managers at the lane. Eltel was one, yeah. But there are numerous others, and Ange is already knocking on the door despite results. Cream always rises to the top. Look, I still reckon, Kev, that, you know, when at the end of the year, when we look back, we won't even bother about this. We'll be so good by the end of the year. Shamu van der Vu, how long is Sarr out for? And his Bentancur injury bad? Heard it was his ankle. So it's unclear how long he's out for. Sarr, I don't know, man. I don't know. Stay humble. I love Tottenham, but it's becoming painful hip. Well, if you're not enjoying it, you're not enjoying it. What can I say, man? I enjoyed most of the game, man. I enjoyed most of the game. I thought we played really, really well. You know, we keep doing that and we're going to win games. Shamu van der Vu, missed chances cost us. Yeah, it certainly did, man. Certainly did. I mean, there's a couple of times we hit the post. So I'm trying to up my voice because I'm just tired, man. Bit more animated, you know, bit more exciting, you know. That's it. That'll get me going. Angry Paul ain't happy. Steady as shark. Jill probably impressed the computer, but the computer didn't factor in that was usually all for nothing because his final decision making was poor. The thing I thought was poor about Hill, because I thought he had a good game. Generally, but his turning was very slow. He seemed to, you know, turn with the outside of his boot. There was a couple of times he was by the sideline, and he took it for it. Look, he didn't lose the ball doing it, so maybe it was by design, but it seemed to be slow doing the turn. Shamu van der Vu, no, I never do either. That's why Shamu... Oh, Shamu is on mine. Okay, yeah, okay, cool. Nice one, man. Ronald M, put Maradona on your shirt. Well, you know, he was a Spurs player for 45 minutes, so why not? Shamu van der Vu, when it rains, it thunders. Shamu, not sure I can do 3 a.m. City. Think I'll stay asleep. Ruins the day, staying up that late when they lose. Maybe it's not a fait accompli. If we play like that against Man City, I think we've got a chance. You know? A ball an inch here, an inch there. We've got a chance, man. And, of course, my webcam is cocking up again now, so let me just kick that in the guts. Just kick that in the guts. There we go. Here we go. I don't know why it does that, but I know how to fix it anyway. Yeah, no, if anything, I'm looking forward to the City game after that performance. Like, if we'd have played like crap and won 1-0, I'd be worried. But we played well. We did play well. I think we dominated Villa. I think Villa we made Villa look average, didn't we, for a lot of the game? So, you know, I'm more positive than anything, man. I'm more positive. Yeah, I've fixed it, hopefully. Richie B, I did enjoy your solo cameo on We Are Tottenham TV. I didn't know that was going to happen. But it was fun. It was fun. It's funny, though, when you got, like, there was over 600 viewers, and the comments were just going... I was just clicking on random stuff, you know. Just hoping that I don't click on someone that's saying something that's, you know, out of order. But when you got that many comments as well, there was a couple of people I had to put in their place, which is all right. Yeah, fixed it, man. Shamu van der Vu, if we have more players back, yeah, bench is weak. Some of the bench is weak. I'll give you that, man. but some of it's strong. But we know our squad depth isn't there, and you know, bit by bit we're gonna start addressing that, aren't we? I hope. Come January, we will see what happens. Hopefully, Eric Dyer out the door. You know, we need a few players out the door. That's the thing. We need to get rid of a few. Eric Dyer is definitely one of them. Probably Ben Davies. We'll see what happens. I think it's really looking like a smart move, even though we're having a bit of problem at the moment. Selling Sanchez, because at least that's a problem we don't have to solve. That's one player we don't have to sell come January, so we're ready to go. It's a smart move. Even 2-3 players back. Haha. Don't know what that means, man. You know, I think people are drifting away. Maybe it's time to pull up stumps. Pull up stumps. Let's have a look here. Steady as Shark. Levy should probably open his checkbook because it would likely pay for itself if it secures Europe for us. That's true, isn't it? I mean, there's a good 60 million, 70 million quid in getting into Champions League. I don't know. I mean, some reports say we've got a decent amount of money available. Some reports say we don't have a decent amount of money available. We'll find out what happens. We'll find out what happens in January, won't we? Kev Knight, all in all, there wasn't too much damage done with today's loss. Okay, I like your positivity, man. That's it, man. The only beneficiaries were the Gooners and Villa, with City and Liverpool both dropping points. We're still in with a massive shout. Of course we are. Of course we are. You know, if I just look at the table, I'll just do a quick calculation for you. All right, so we're on 17. Ooh, it's looking a bit... What are we on? 28. 28 divided by 13 times 38. 81 points at the moment. And that's with the rough spot we're going through. So if you take the number of points we've got, 26, and divide it by 13 and times by 38, that's what you get. So that's still well in top 4 territory. Not quite up to challenging for the title, but... still a very, very decent show. But, you know, we carry on. Oh, people are coming back into the stream now. Hello. But if we keep playing the way we're playing, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. There was a lot to be cheerful about, I think. There's a lot to be cheerful about. Reasons to be cheerful, part 3. Lemmy. G'day, man. All the British are whinging. If that game doesn't demonstrate where and how you're heading and you're not positive, go back for City. I think we played well. I'm just disappointed, man. I'm disappointed because I thought we played well enough to win. And, you know, when it doesn't go your way, sometimes it's a bit of a pill to swallow. But to say we were bad, no, I'm not having that. And I think you're right. You know, we're getting... You know, you compare that performance to the Wolves game. So, second string team against Wolves, we were off it. Couple of personnel changes, we were so much better. So, I'm taking a lot of goodness out of that game, Lemmy. I don't think the world's crashing in. Look, if that's our starting lineup next week, we got a chance. We got a chance, haven't we? And how sweet that would be to go up to the Emirates. Or is it Etihad? One of those places, I don't know. Main Road. I'll call it Main Road. We go up to Main Road and play like that, I think they're going to be worried. I think they're going to be worried about us. I don't think our season is falling apart or anything like that. I think our season, in a perverse way, is improving. You know, we had there's loads of viewers coming in now. Hello, everyone. We had a rip-roaring start to the season. injuries and suspensions have got us to where we are, but we're showing that Ange is getting his bloody message through to these players. That's the main thing. We were always going forward last night. We were always going forward. That was the big improvement for me over the game against Wolves, where we were doing we were sitting a bit deep. And really, I can blame Eric Dyer for this. Without Eric Dyer on the pitch, we are so much better. He's a lemon. But we were further up the pitch. And when we were passing, it was generally forward. There wasn't much. There weren't many times. Well, I can't think of. There was maybe one time I groaned because it went backwards. But one time in a game is pretty good, man. Like, I've got to blow my nose again. If you could just bear with me a second, folks. If I click that button, it'll give you. I don't know. What? I'll be back in a second, folks. Oh, look at you lovely people hanging around for me. Thank you very much, folks. Thank you very much. Let me have a look here. I'm just going to check something out with the stream health. I don't know why that happened. All right. Ronald M. We played well today. We certainly did, man. We certainly did. Shamu Vandervu. Probably too good to start too good a start to the season. Not necessarily, man. It showed early on that if we do what Ange says, we get results. That's what it was a good start to the season. It surprised a lot of people. And the only way is up. We did play well last night. There were times I was thinking, wow, this looks like bloody Tottenham. That's what I felt last night. Two-touch football. Very, very threatening, very hard to cope with. Aston Villa couldn't cope with it many of the times. So, yeah, Kim 62. Here we go. What does the wise man of White Hart Lane say? Here we go. Member of the Hotspur Hippie commune. Super chats and memberships available. And look, thanks to everyone in here so far. You've lifted my spirits, man. Like I say, I was feeling flat because of the news of Terry Venables, and also losing a game tends to flatten me about a bit. I know football results shouldn't affect your mood, but I'm an emotional nutcase, so it does, and that's just the way it is. And I was flat disappointed because we played so well and we didn't get the result. Not that we played badly, like nothing like that. I thought I can't say we deserved more than a loss because the scoreboard is the scoreboard, isn't it? That's the only thing that counts. But we played well, man. We played well, and the crowd were up for it as well. So what was Chem62 say? Morning, Paul. The simple fact is we only put away one of the chances we created. They put two away. Yeah. When we get everyone back, then watch us go. I don't think we're going to have to wait for everyone to come back based on that performance, Kim. I mean, you're right. We're going to be absolutely astonishing when they do. But for a shoestring team, if you want to call it that, I was amazed how I was worried. I was worried about what team Ange was going to pick. Not that I think he makes mistakes or anything like that, but I didn't want to see Dyer on the pitch. When the lineup came out, I was excited, man. I was excited. I thought it was, it's ballsy. And I think he shows he knows what players can do. He's got an understanding of chemistry and what players do what. Disappointing players for me. Skip. Not good enough, man. Not good enough. Time and time again, that guy isn't good enough. Richie B. Oh, yeah. Oh, look. Come on. Lemmy's all right, man. Lemmy's all right. Keep it cool. The British are not whinging. Kim62, the performance with all the missing players was still outstanding. I still feel that the second half of the season will see us thrive, but Ange was bold with his selection today. He was, wasn't he? That's a manager with confidence, isn't it? That's not a manager playing it safe. That's a manager that's trying to mix it up. And it nearly worked. So I think it bodes well for us. I think it bodes very well for us. I'll probably go and see some Tottenham channels now, and they'll all be going, "Oh, he made a mistake and didn't do his subs and blah blah blah." But you know, it's just the result that's disappointing. Not the way we played. Not the way we played. We were hassling them, man. Hassling them. We were winning the ball off them a lot, putting them under pressure. I thought actually, when the game, I thought Martinez was under a lot of pressure. I thought Martinez actually played really well for Aston Villa. I thought he was going to get caught out because he's no Vicario. You see when Vicario came out with that slide tackle and another header way out of his area? He knows exactly when to do it and when not to do it. So Vicario, I thought, had a really good game. There's not a lot he could have done about the goals. Richie B, yeah, mate, all good. Hippies here. Peace and love, man. Peace and love, yeah, you know. Let's all keep it cool, you know. Keep it nice and cool. It don't matter. Doesn't matter. We don't have to fight. Don't take everything personally, folks. Just letting off steam. Letting off steam. That's all right. There's certainly no one whinging in these comments, but you know, maybe Lemmy's seen some other Spurs channels and they're having a go. So you know, we're all fine, man. We're all fine. Let's see if I can get any more. Oh. Here we go, Kim62. I felt the loss of the great Terry Venables. Man, yeah, me too. Me too. Happened while I was streaming with David when the news came through, and it's like, oh my lord. I met him after the 1991 FA Cup. He was such a lovely man. He was a person who got my dad's Aussie shirt. He was the person who got my dad's Aussie shirt. Wow. Yeah, he's a good guy, was Terry. Good guy. Martinez definitely Villa. Martinez definitely Villa mom. Yeah, I concur. I think. Do I? I don't know. Let me see if there's any more. So when I was looking at news for Benencourt's injury there, I did see some quotes by Ange, and Ange was pretty happy with the way we played. So he's not one to cover up if we're rubbish like last week. Said we weren't good enough. But we played well. We played well. I was entertained. That's what it comes down to. I was entertained. Here we go. Here's Lemmy. See, we're all good, man. Sorry, guys. I just watched other channels and just jumped onto HH a short time ago. See, it's understandable, isn't it? You know? It's understandable. I know look, we all know where Lemmy's... Do we not know where Lemmy is coming from here? We've seen these. We've seen the channels. We know what they're going to be saying. I'm not going to watch them because I thought we played really well. And it looks like most of you, well, all of you in here thought we played really well. Didn't get the result. Disappointing. Didn't take our chances. What it comes down to. I think it's positive though. I think it's positive. First time that team, that shape, has played together, and hats off to them. Actually, hats off to them. Man of the match, Martinez. Yeah, could be. I thought Destiny was so good. Destiny was fantastic. There was a lot to be happy about, for sure. And just imagine, man. Look, even if we have like a right old crap spell, man, and results just don't go away, which I don't think is going to happen based on that performance last night. I'm feeling more. A lot of people were writing us off for the next 6 games or so. But based on that performance last night, I think we're gonna do a lot better than people think. And even if the results don't come our way like they did, like what happened last night, when our players come back and with a couple of purchases in January, I mean, come on, man. Teams are just not going to want to play that. Teams are just not going to want to play us. We're going to be playing. I mean, let's face it. We played Villa off the park for a lot of the game. They weren't in it at all. The progressive. It's going to be a battle of the high lines. Unai Emery's a progressive manager. They were going counter-attack. We punched them into submission. We drove them back, and their only option was to catch us on the break, which we coped with. We coped with that most of the game. Defended pretty well. And so, a couple of those shots, we hit the bar twice. Ben Davies missed a sitter. It's a different result, isn't it? Ifs, buts, and maybes and shoulds. But I'd rather take those ifs, buts, and maybes and shoulds than looking on the downside. Gary Huggins, Saturday night I was in the drive-thru at my local KFC, was behind James Maddison in his Lamborghini. Whoa, Maddison, I know you're injured, mate. What are you doing having KFC? Good on him. Good on him. Kev Knight, those teams around us may want to bask in their premature standing. Look, if you're talking about what teams are playing great in the Premier League, I'm going to use this as a barometer. We are still playing the best football. We're still playing the best football. Arsenal were bloody awful against Brentford. Liverpool and Man City are hot and cold. We're getting our bad luck out of the way now. All our bad luck's hitting us now. Or bad luck's not the right way of putting it. This side of the fine margin, it's all happening now. But it will be short-lived. When we get the wheels back on our wagon, God help them, that's right. James Paratrooper, yeah, I agree. Emerson did have a good game, didn't he? This is the thing, man. Like, when you got Eric Dyer at the back, in the back, you've lost an ability to get the ball out of defence in a meaningful way. Eric Dyer is the king of the hospital pass. And when you got Eric Dyer behind you, you're probably not going to take as many chances, knowing that he ain't got your back. So, well done, Emerson, actually. Well, that's a good point. Well done, Emerson. And he was progressing the ball. Night and day between him and Dyer. It's no competition. I think that's it now. Dyer won't be playing for Spurs again, barring that bloody injury or suspension. But Dyer's gone. Emerson, part-time centre-back. He did his job very well. Kim62, do you think that the cash should have been sent off? It looked like a bad foul, man. I thought it was disgusting. I thought it was absolutely disgusting challenge. Totally reckless. We'll see what the scan says for Bentancur. But I'm hoping next time we play Villa, Romero's on the pitch, because I can see a little bit of payback for that one. And if that gets Romero a red card and another 3-match suspension, I'm all for it, man. I'm all for it. You don't let players rough up our players like that. I'm just going to have a look when we're playing Villa again. See how long he's got to last before he goes to hospital. Okay, 10th of March, 10th of March. Cash, get your sick note ready. You don't want to turn up to that game. You don't want to turn up to that game, son. Should have been a red card. Should have been a red card. He lost his head. He clearly lost his head. Much more so, you know, when people say Romero or Udogie lost their heads, that was not in the same region of the universe as what Cash was doing. Cash was out of control. But I'm sure his day will come. 24th of March, Cash. Circle that date on your calendar. That might be the last day you're playing football for a while. Kulu was great today. Yeah, look, it was the last decision. Look, I don't want to be super critical, man, but it was the last. It was kind of the last decision by our front three players that was, you know, a couple of % wrong, which is the difference between winning and losing. But they were, you know, to get in. You know, we missed our chances. But the way I look at it, if we were rubbish, we wouldn't be getting those chances, would we? So we were doing something right, and they were exciting, and they were beating and getting behind the Aston Villa defence quite a lot. Kulu, you can't get the ball off him. He's as strong as a bloody ox as well. You know, winning the ball back a lot. But him, Son, and Johnson. Sometimes they shot when they could have passed. But the other thing I was thinking as I was watching this last night is I think you can only be so hard on them because we're playing at such a frenetic pace that, you know, that reaction time, that speed that we're playing, I think we've got to make allowances for them to cock it up a little bit until they get used to this tempo. We're playing at a very high tempo. We're not just plodding around, you know, waiting for a corner, banging one in, you know, things like that. We're playing at a real high tempo. And so you've got to acclimatise to that. It's like when I was skiing in Salt Lake City. I was, God knows how many feet high, but you kind of had to get up there a day before and just get used to the lower oxygen, you know? So they're getting used to it. They're getting used to it. And they'll get there. They'll get there. They're getting closer. They're getting closer. Lo Celso starts against City, right? Look, I can't see... I think that team worked pretty well, didn't it? When you looked at what was on the bench, well, you know, Bentancur might be out. I thought Højbjerg did very well as well. I thought Højbjerg had a fantastic game. Really good game. So again, I'm not too worried about... Well, I'm worried about Bentancur. I hope he's okay, because that's rough. That's rough. Yeah, Cash is certainly one of those. Lo Celso played like he does for Argentina and played great. Yeah, he had a lot of swagger about him. A lot of swagger about him. Kev Knight. Romero has a long memory. Bless him. He's delivered retribution before. Damn right he has. And Cash will almost certainly... I wouldn't be surprised if Cash is not in the lineup on March the 24th. You know, I like a bit of physicality. I like a bit of aggro. I like players leaving a mark. But injuring a player is a different thing. That's why I'm not keen on Skip as a player. He's a bit reckless. You know, I'm not just saying this as a stick to hit other teams with. You know, when I'm talking about players being reckless, for me, Skip is my major concern. He doesn't know how to tackle. Romero's not a concern. But Cash had better be concerned about him. Certainly we've gone into his black book for later in the season. I think so, man. I think so. And you know what? I think Ange might be up for a bit of that as well. He'll look rapid and saucy. Yeah, there was times when he was darting around. Look, a criticism that Hill has had to weather is his physicality, his size, and that wasn't an issue. That wasn't an issue. He wasn't getting shoved off the ball. He was using his size as an advantage, which that's one of the great things about football, isn't it? It's a game for all sorts of physiques. There's plenty of slight guys that have been fantastic at football. You just have to know how to use it as a strength, and he certainly did that. So it was good. There was so much to go. Yeah, so much to go. Yeah, good stuff to come out of the match. I guess people are going to focus things on like 3 losses in a row. I mean, we've watched the games, haven't we? We know why we lost 3 games in a row. And it's not a pattern of poor play. It's not players losing belief in Ange. It's just like, well, shit happens, doesn't it? Shit happens. That's what happens in football. It doesn't go your own way all the time, does it? That's life. It's not like we're dreadful. We're playing well. You know, last game we were iffy. But Chelsea and Aston Villa, we played well. We played well. They didn't give up. They didn't give up playing the style. But you know what? I'm all for people writing Tottenham Hotspur by far the greatest football team the world has ever seen. I'm all for people to write us off. Bring it on. That's going to make us stronger, you know? It's going to make us stronger. People are going to overlook us a bit. People are going to say things like, has the honeymoon period finished? Is the honeymoon period over? There was no honeymoon period, man. This isn't... We weren't experiencing a new manager bounce where players are just playing to impress the new manager before they get all bloody lazy again. That's what a new manager bounce is. We've got a new style of play. We've got a Tottenham Hotspur style of play. And for large portions of that game, I loved it. I loved it. I hate losing. Can't deny it, I hate losing. Kev Knight, I like Skip as a personality, but he's definitely not Premier League quality. Yeah, he'd be more at home in the Championship with his level of ability, yeah. Look, I'm sure he's a nice kid, but he frustrates me. He really does. Skip played like a dodo. I thought Lo Celso was going to deck Cash. He went to let him know that Romero has his number. Yeah, I think Emo was in there as well. But you know what? You know our players did really well? They kept it cool, man. They kept it cool. You know, we didn't react to that. We didn't go down to their level and like relive kind of perhaps some of the mistakes we made against Chelsea where we were a little bit we kept it cool. We kept control. So I mean, that's a huge positive to keep that temperament. To not get carried away with the theories. Aston Villa were filthy. Absolutely filthy. 4 yellow cards. Disgusting. Disgusting. Ronald M, his injuries, we know where we stand. That's why we are in the position we are, isn't it? That's what it comes down to. And I think we're doing remarkable. That game we're doing remarkably well. It could have been terrible. A lot of people were predicting that we would go down in, be appalling. Yeah, we lost. I'm gutted. I'm disappointed. But we played well. We played well. James Paratrooper. Skip was wide open towards the end of the pitch. Couldn't or wouldn't catch up to the ball and lost it. Yeah, man. Yeah, Faz Radfar, you're right, man. Another day it goes our way. It's the cool thing about football, though, isn't it? I know, you know, I speak for myself. Sometimes it hurts when you get these results because I'm an emotional nutcase. You know, I'm prone to severe depression and anxiety. So, of course, football's going to make me up and down. But that's the great thing about football, isn't it? If it was predictable, if it all went on form, if it all went on who played the best football and all that, I think it'd be a boring bleeding game. There's plenty of other sports like that. Go and watch one of them. Go and watch darts, which used to be fun to watch when Sid Waddell was commentating. If Jockey Wilson walked into town, Clint Eastwood would walk out of the side. Philip of Macedon. Hang on, I think someone said this in the chat before. So I'll get the ages wrong. Philip of Macedon conquered the known world at the age of 25. Eric Bristow is only 22. But go and watch darts if you want to see boring shit. If you want a bit of excitement, a bit of unknown, possibilities, dreams, sometimes nightmares, football's your game. It is the beautiful game. And we did play the beautiful game, the way the beautiful game should be played. And you're right, James. Villa was scared and looked horrible. I didn't see any of this Unai Emery masterclass on display last night. None of that. None of this. He's the best manager in the world. We've got to watch out for Villa. And you know, looking at the table, they've just gone ahead of us. What are people saying that? You know, their season's on fire and we're down and out. There's only 2 bloody points. And you know what? We've got a sweet run of fixtures coming up, man. We've got a couple of curly ones, but we've got a period where we can really go to town. I'm getting fired up now. I'm getting pumped. Kim 62. I'm still here, man. Yeah, the chair's an upgrade. Look. It's a camping chair. I can't stretch to something more fancy than that, but it's better than what I had because I was sitting on a dining room chair before, man, and it hurt like hell. This comfortable, no aches, no pains. I got myself set up nicely. Super chats and memberships are available, like Kim 62's done. Yeah, James, there was no where was this Villa high line? Where was this free-flowing football from Villa? Where was it? Bloody nowhere, that's where it was. See? Nowhere. They didn't scare us. We scared them. We played like warriors and with heart and courage. We certainly did, man. And even within defeat, or even in defeat, there is within it an echo of glory. Getting focused on the scoreboard's a bad thing, like Ange said. So what are people out there saying? Oh, we lost 3 in a row. Look at the results. Oh, it's all gone bad. Ange should do this. Ange should do that. Well, you're not watching the fucking game, are you? You're not watching the game. If that's your impression of what Tottenham Hotspur is doing at the moment, just looking at the scoreline, don't get me wrong, scores are important. But if you're not seeing the way we are conducting ourselves on the pitch, and you're feeling good about where we're going in the future, I don't know what to say to you, man. I don't know what to say to you. Go and watch rugby union. Go and support Arsenal. Go and watch a team that grinds out results. Do that. If that's the way you get fun, by watching boring, bleeding football, 1-0, 0-0, 1-1, 1-0, there, piss off. Piss off. Go and support another team. The refs do not protect the players. I don't know. I don't know what the ref could have done there, man. Apart from a red card, perhaps a red card. But look, overall, I thought the ref had an okay game. Apart from pinging Destiny Doggy for a bloody foul throw, stick that up your ass. Faz Radfar 3-1 Spurs. Ange proved he was following his philosophy by dropping Dyer and changing the starting lineup completely. Absolutely, man. Sign of a top manager. We should not be blinkered with short-term results. That's it. That's it. He's only been in the job since July. You know, I'm not. You know, I'm not. I'm gonna lose my shit if I watch some channels out there, because they're all about the project. We need a project. We need to build, and then they lose their fucking shit as soon as we lose a couple of games and bottle it. That's what they're doing. They're bottling it out there. We ain't bottling it here on this channel, man. No fucking way. I'm going to lose my adverts. I don't care. I'm feeling a bit sweary now. No way are we. No, we're not bottling it here. We all know where we're going, don't we? I'm seeing the chat here. Everyone's positive. Full steam ahead on the Ange Postecoglou choo-choo. Woo-woo. We're doing all right. Oh, but we lost 3 games in a row. Stop watching. Just stop watching the bloody games. James Paratrooper, I think today was the last time Skip will be selected. Could be right there, man. Could be right. Like, you know, last week, you know, that was Dyer's last chance. Possibly Skip's last chance this week. We will see, though. You know what? I'm excited about next week. I'm really excited about next week. Kev Knight, stick with the camping chair, Paul. No other upgrades necessary. No, I'm fine now. I'm done. You know? I'm using my mouse. I'm using my mouse as a keyboard and thing. You know, I've got this other thing here where I can just flick around. You know, I don't feel like flicking around at the moment. Now I do that. If you end up with one like Sean, oh my lord. The multicolour throne of Sean. It's a cool chair, though. I do like it. We'll be tuning in to watch you nod off in it. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's a good point. So this is comfy, but it's still keeping me on my toes a little bit. I don't want to get too comfortable, especially like... You know, I was very close to doing a watch-along last night, to be fair. But, I didn't have time to quite get a scoreboard sorted out. But you know what? Now that I'm comfortable in this setup, and you know the PC and the sound is the laptop and the sound is very good. I can stick some headphones in. Maybe I will do a watch along. I'm not saying it'll be the best watch along you'll have seen, because I'm not used to doing them. But you never know. Maybe I might do one Man City. You know, Ronald M, come on you Spurs. That's it, man. I think Ange watches this channel. Dyer was not selected for the better. I was super upset against Wolves, yeah. But this game, I'm super proud of the boys. That's nice to hear, man. You be proud. Well, I've got a thing about the word proud, but that's another story. If you want to say that, you say that, man. Yeah, Dyer was not selected. Not even, now, even with our second team, we have our Tottenham back. Yes. It took a while. It took a while, didn't it? But they got there. I think we can expect great things now. It's going to be exciting. Well, I'm just going to check. I'm curious to see whether my expletives have switched off the monetisation. I'm just figuring out how many swear words I can get away with. I mean, the guidelines are you can swear, as long as you just don't do it within the first 7 seconds. So, you know, YouTube seems to be pinging me a fair old bit for that. Steady Shark, member of Hotspur Hippie Commune, Super Chats membership available. The thing I'm most upset about is us having to wait a week until the next match. Yeah. So, when is our next match? god-awful time am I... I clicked the wrong thing. Oh, Monday morning, 3:30 a.m. Oh, that is the worst of times for me. That is right in... actually, no, that's not too bad. That's I'll go... Well, I don't think I'll be doing build-ups. And then exciting news, folks. The Friday after, Friday the 8th of December, it's going to be live from Tottenham, New South Wales. And then a couple of days after that, I've got Steve Perryman on the stream. Wow, things are looking up, eh? Things are looking up. Look, there's a few of you in here still. Oh, I don't mind keeping going. You just allow me to get a glass of water, folks. I would be amazed to see, though, if people are blaming Ange Postecoglou for this. I can understand people picking on the players, even though I don't agree. But, I mean, you tell me what Ange could have done. I think he picked the right team. Substitutions were kind of forced hand with Bentancur, and, what else do you do? I thought he was flawless, again, as he always is. Ange is being found out. No, he ain't. He hasn't even bloody started at us yet. Hasn't even started. This year's still a freebie, as far as I'm concerned anyway. I'm amazed how quickly we got our act together. Here we go, man. Oh, bloody hell. Jacob's going to send a few people in. Oh, my God, I better put my makeup on. Okie dokie. Let's wait for the influx. Let's see what reprobates have come in from Jacob's channel. James Parrott, thanks, Jacob, man. Thank you. Oh, I've got to keep going now. Pep saw our performance and he is shaking in his boots. I like the cut of your jib, James. Stressing about Tottenham turning Man City over and beating them senseless. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Look, they ain't going to watch that and think, oh, it's going to be an easy game next week. Easy game. Oh, it's only Tottenham. It's only Tottenham. There's going to be none of that. I wonder what... I know Jacob always keeps the vibes immaculate on his channel. So I'm hoping his influx of people are all positive. If they're not, don't worry, I'll sort them out. I'm not having any... untoward criticism. Look, people can say people can have whatever opinion they want. I just might not agree with it. That's all. Jacob usually keeps it all in order. Caption Grandma, unfortunately, I reckon Dyer will be back next week as Haaland would bully Emerson and Davies. You reckon? I can't see it, man. I think Davies is under threat. Maybe we might see Dorrington. Is Haaland still going to be... Is Haaland going to be available? Is Haaland over his niggle? Is he over his injury? I think Emerson did a decent job. Decent job. Why would you... No, I can't see it, man. What benefit does Dyer give you? What Dyer? What? Haaland's not going to bully Dyer? Well, you reckon Dyer's going to have early Haaland in his pocket? Oh, dear, man. I don't know. Oh, here we go. Oh, Paddy, sent you the info you're looking for on Twitter. Thank you very much, man. So I was asking Paddy about what games are shown. There's a pub that the Spurs fans over here, from the Sydney Spurs members, which I'm not a member of, they meet up in a pub, and I fancy going to see a game. And I tried to go once, but the pub was shut. I thought it was every game. But thanks, Paddy. That's great, man. Steady as shark. The only reason why Dyer wouldn't get bullied is because Haaland would simply run past him. Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's a mismatch. It's like when, Drago stood next to Rocky, but Eric Dyer, you're no Rocky Balboa. Faz Radfar 3-1. Spurs. I wouldn't be surprised if Ange throws one of Donnelly or Dorrington into mix. I'm just wondering if we could see a bit of Dorrington instead of Davies next week. As I keep saying, man, Ange is on it. He certainly made the right choice with team selection last night. Here we go. Hey, United Spurs chat. Here we go. It's Craig the Gecko Man. Craig the Gecko Man, you're in my competition. And I think you're propping up the bottom. Sad to say. Let's have a look. Where's Craig the Gecko Man? Oh, I'll come back to it later. I don't want to embarrass poor old Craig. Maybe he's third. I can't remember who he is. Oh, here we go. Hello, everyone. Thanks for popping over from Jacob's stream. You've come at the right time because I started a bit flat. Because, I didn't get much sleep last night. Bit flat. I don't like losing, but I thought we played. If you want my headline for you, I think we played well. I'm positive about the way we're going. I think Ange made the right team selection. Ballsy, perfect team selection. We dominated. We played really well against Aston Villa. Fine margins. We're playing at a very fast tempo. The front three, didn't quite nail their chances, but we're playing at such a high tempo speed. They've got to get acclimatised to that. So I'm positive. Man. I'm just disappointed. The result didn't go well. I don't like losing, but I don't think this is the start of the rot. I don't think this is the end of the honeymoon period. I think this is the start of something beautiful because our second 11 is playing well now. So the rest of the Premier League better bloody well watch out. Faz Radfar. Memberships and super chats are available, by the way, if you want to support the channel. Faz Radfar 3-1 Spurs. Unless we run out of 11 players, we will not play Dyer again. I think he's gone. He had his chance to start it off. Kev Knight, au revoir, Paul. Thank you for your positivity, man. Time to hit the sack. Got a very long day tomorrow. Generally hope to catch you again soon. Night, matey. Night all. Here we come. Here's the Swim Master raid. Here we go. Kuva. I bet you are. I've got a feeling Kuva's on the same page as me. Look, I was entertained by the game last night. Thought we did well. Never nice to lose. But the way we played, I was happy with it. We were pressing. We were playing some really bloody nice Tottenham football. And that's football, eh? Sometimes it doesn't go your way. But I think if we keep doing that, we're gonna be successful. That's what's going to happen, man. That's what's going to happen. I'm all in. I know Haaland will bully Dyer too, but as Jacob would say, he's got more girth. I don't want to see Dyer again. Like Emerson Royale. Okay, look, he's no Mickey van der Ven, but Eric Dyer is no Emerson Royale. Daniel Sandoval. G'day, man. Big up, one love, man. I mean, we've tried everything with Dyer. Everything. We got Mile Jedinak on the sideline, Dyer! Kick the fucking ball up the pitch, Dyer! What you doing, Dyer? That hasn't worked. If Mile Jedinak can't make you play well, it's time to go. Go back to the team you love. Brisbane. No, not Brisbane. Lisbon. Oh, it kind of rhymes. I was wondering why I said Brisbane. Yes, man. Kuva. Correct, Paul. Definitely on the same page. Frustrating result. Some great football. I still see the way forward. And we have the man in charge that we need. Perfect, man. And the other reason, of course, I was flat, folks, for you people who just joined, was the sad news about Terry Venables. That really, punched me in the gut a little bit when that came through while I was on the stream. And you know what? I don't know how long I'm going to stream for, how long the chat's going to go. But and I'm sorry for repeating this. Well, I'm not sorry for repeating it for people, but you know, one of my treasured possessions is the 1967 FA Cup final Spurs thing, and Terry Venables was quite the showman in that. And it's a record that me and my mates, when we were young, when we were teenagers, we used to play the crap out of it, and we were laughing really at Terry Venables. What a cheeseball! What a cheeseball! What a character! What a cabaret man he was! And so the first thing I thought of when I heard the sad passing of Terry Venables was this song. So I'm going to play it again for you. It's not very long, but you know, this is what I thought of, and I stuck this together. Yeah, of course it don't work, does it? Hang on, here we go. Hang on, folks, we're all right. Here we go. I'll do that again.
A solo from Terry Venables.
Okay, Lenny boy, bye-bye Blackbird. I pack up all my care and woe, and here I go, and I'm singing low. Bye, bye, Blackbird. Where somebody waits for me, the sugar is sweet and so is she. Bye, bye, Blackbird. Well, no one here can love or understand me. Oh, what hard luck stories they all hand me. So make my bed, light the light, I'm gonna arrive late tonight. A Blackbird, bye, bye. And here we have our Scottish contingent, Dave, Robbo and Gilly with I Belong to Glasgow. Give me the hand, lads, come on!
There we go. What a man. And Coover, you would have been around the same time as me going to Tottenham. And it was like he got us playing again when we perhaps didn't deserve to. We didn't quite have the team that we had in the early 80s, but he got us some glory, and he got us playing some fine football. He did the same for us for England. And he also came and managed the Socceroos and came that close to getting us to a World Cup for the first time in 24 years. So I know soccer fans over here in Australia have a high opinion of him as well. Very sad news, man. Very sad news. Anyway, Caption Grandma. By the way, look, I'll put the link in again. So I did actually find that someone on the internet has ripped the record. The 1967 FA Cup. Took me a while to find it, so I'll save you a job here. I've put the link in the chat. That will give you that'll send you to a rip of the Spurs 1967 single. It's like a bit of a Cockney knees up, but there's some great players on it, man. There's Mike England, Dave Mackay, even Danny Blanchflower features. He wasn't playing, but he was part of the coaching staff, or he was around the traps. Yeah, it's a fun record. It's something I've listened to the absolute crap out of, and starts off with Glory, Glory, Tottenham Hotspur as well. And you'll hear Terry Venables shine in it. You'll hear him shine. That's how I remember Terry Venables, man. Oops. Captain Grandma, I didn't say I wanted Dyer back. I wasn't saying, of course you weren't. No, we know where we're coming from, man. Just wouldn't be surprised if he was. I would be. I would be bloody surprised. Craig the Gecko, man, my goal is to avoid relegation down to the Hotspur Hippie Division 2 League of Negative Vibes. Yeah, there's going to be, I don't know, maybe there's an Angry Paul Division 2 for people who are very good at tipping. Down to hell with you. Down to hell. Look, I'm making fun of you, Craig. I'll be joining you, man. I'll be joining you. So maybe even in hell, we can maybe both keep the vibes happy. Dry roasted peanut. We played really well, just didn't finish our dinner. And my reasons for this are, my rationalisation is, look, some of the decision making was a little bit off. But look, we hit the post twice. So, I mean, what can you do about that, eh? We're playing at such a high tempo. The players are getting acclimatised to this speed of play. And it's gonna click. It's not like we were rubbish. It's not like we were naff. You know, it was more the balls in that were a bit off. Like Sonny, I don't think it was a clear-cut chance for him. Either one, header, he couldn't get to it. There was another one where I think Johnson passed the ball behind him. Sitter for me was Davies' header. That should have gone in. But it didn't. It didn't. Coulda, shoulda, would have. But my coulda, shoulda, would haves are on the up, man. Not on the down. We're going in. We're playing well. We're going in the right direction. I think I'm absolutely stoked. Is that how the sound's supposed to be? I don't know. Didn't it sound good? I'll have to listen to it afterwards. Brilliant. Thanks, man. Diary's like, do you think it's gone? It always comes back. Yeah. Well, maybe we found the cure. Maybe we're going to go into remission for quite some time. Maybe, you know. Did you see any more chat here? Look, my vibes are positive. Disappointed about the loss, of course. But we went down fighting. And I'm not worried. In fact, look, we played a lot better than I thought we would. With you know, I didn't know what the selection would be. I think me and Jacob tipped it pretty well, though. I think we were almost spot on, actually, with what we did. We had Emo at centre-back, and we dropped Kulu into midfield and put Hill up front. That seemed to be the way it went. So, you know, Ange, if you need a bit of help, Jacob and me are available. I'm just, you know, I'm just waiting for a chat, really, you know, because I've been streaming a while, so it's up to you guys. If you want to chat, you can chat. If we've all had enough, we've had enough. But I've enjoyed doing this stream because, like I say, I was feeling flat about the result, not the performance, and flat about Terry Venables. I mean, Kuva, you'd remember I'm sure you remember the time where, you know, when Terry arrived at Tottenham, it was like the best thing. And I've said, you know, when I was talking about Ange Postecoglou coming to Tottenham, I said a number of times that this is the most excited I've been since Terry Venables came to Spurs. That's how up there I think the guy was. Swim Master, hopefully Bentancur back next week and no more injuries from this match. Yeah, well, I don't know. It looked pretty rough. And look, I'm looking forward to March the 24th. March the 24th is when we go up to Aston Villa and play them. And Matt Cash, I wouldn't turn up for work that day because I think Romero's going to stick one on you. I think he's going to give you a bit of payback, or someone's going to give you a bit of payback, because you don't do that to our players, man. And I don't care. I'll take a red card and a suspension for it, just to teach you that you don't do that on the pitch. It was an absolutely disgusting challenge. Should have been a red card. Dry roast peanut. We need to stop playing for half time. That hurts us time after time. Look, I don't know. I don't think it was quite the case this time. I mean, it was a set piece, and the Aston Villa player got the better of Ben Davies. I didn't feel that we went to sleep. Ronald M, if I played football now, look, what the bloody hell are people on about with this sound? I'm just going to check the filters on it. There's no filters on it. I don't know. I'll check what it sounded like afterwards, David, but, you know, maybe it's you. Ronald M, if I played football now at my age, I would stick it to the ref. At least I wouldn't be offside. Yeah, man. Romero will be giving Matty Cash a receipt. I think you can see an incoming coming in. Matt Cash, don't turn up to work March 24th. I'd be saying you've got a niggle. I'd bottle it if I were you, mate. Bottle it. I don't think Bentancur is really injured. He looked like a bad tackle, man. Okay, I hope you're right. I hope you're right, James. Just precautions for subbing him. Okay. Coover 99. Yeah, sorry, Paul. No, don't apologise, man. It's all chilled. I'm watching from bed. It's not tight much. Don't worry about it. Terry Venables was one of the best managers we've ever had. Absolutely, I agree. Innovative and clever, even with poor squads. That's what I'm saying, man. We weren't the best of teams, you know, outside of Lineker and Gascoigne and a couple of other players. We had a lot of, you know, Vinnie Samways and David Howells in there as well. You know, I don't want to slag them off, but they're not the same quality as you know, we had, you know, 5 years before, are they? And he got us success, didn't he? And he got England playing well. Like for me, the way England played in Euro '96 was way better than we played in the World Cup in Italia '90. You know, rest easy, Coover. Steady Shark honestly felt that we didn't drag things out enough to reach half-time. We were still trying to make things happen and did a risky wayward pass. That's what happened, man. That's what happened. Fine margins. But I'm sure there's probably, you know, pundits. Maybe there's a couple of Spurs channels out there being overcritical, focusing on the scoreboard, focusing on 3 losses in a row. And my message to you is just go and fuck off. Fuck off. You're obviously not watching the same game of football as I am. And I love it. And Ange loves you writing us off all the time. Because Tottenham Hotspur's back, man. We were playing some football and I was thinking, yeah, this is bloody Spursy. And I mean Spursy in the right way. Spursy is Steve Perryman sticking one on Jerry Gow in the FA Cup final to give him a message. That's what Spursy is. And we were bloody Spursy last night. It was fast-flowing, entertaining football. I'm all in, man. We keep doing that and the results are going to come. Guaranteed, man. Dry Roast Peanut, did Brennan Johnson look like he has fitness issues to you? I guess there was a couple of players. I think him and Hill started feeling it a bit towards the end of the game. And that's, you know, that's we can't rely on our squad at the moment to come on with fresh legs so much. But that, you know, this is what building's about, isn't it? We know the state of our squad at the moment. It's going to take time to turn over some of these players. Some of them just wouldn't bloody leave in the summer. Not a lot you can do about that. Getting rid of Sanchez, I think, is turning out to be, as time goes on, the smartest move we could have done because that's one less problem we've got. But this is the squad we've got, isn't it? This is the state we've got. Couple more purchases, and then the exhaustion that players feel, it won't matter because we'll just replace them with some other players that can do the job as well. At the moment, we're struggling with that. Skip, you know, not good enough, but that's what we got at the moment, isn't it? James, paratrooper, if Romero did the same tackle as that filth Cash, he would have been given 2 red cards. Yeah, and everyone would have been on his case. You know, when people are talking about Romero being reckless and a loose cannon and getting on his case, no, man. What Matt Cash did was that. Romero is not in that league at all. Matt Cash just lost his head, didn't he? He lost his head. A lot of the Villa players did because we rattled them. We bloody well rattled them. That's what we did. You know, high expectations. Oh, it's going to be a battle of the High Line. Unai Emery, what a great coach. They were crap. Nothing impressed me at all about Villa. We stopped them from playing. Little old Tottenham Hotspur down on their uppers. Everyone's injured. Ange is out of his depth. He's got to change. He's got to change for the Premier League. He ain't changing. You can keep saying that till the cows go home. It's futile because it ain't happening. We're going to keep playing this way until we start lifting cups, man. That's what's going to happen. If you don't like it, go home. I'm enjoying the ride, man. I'm enjoying the ride. James Paratrooper, Brennan looked good. Yeah, he had some good turns. Look, no one looked bad. Look, apart from Skip. But no, you know, it was good. It was entertaining, wasn't it? We were causing them issues. It's the old cliche, if we took our chance, we'd be 5-0 up. It's happened in a few games. But, like, you know, I've been saying this when I've seen this before. When it clicks, can you imagine? We're going to bloody demolish teams. When a front three have that understanding and they're making the right decisions, we're going to see some absolute canings out there, man. Canings. Oh. You know, I don't think teams are watching us at the moment thinking, oh, yeah, I fancy playing Tottenham. No. And we're so, you know, the thing I'm liking about this Spurs team is we've got some spine about us. We've got some bottle, like the pressing side of our game. We won so many balls in their half last night. We forced them to make so many mistakes. We put them under pressure. To quote Jackie Charlton, we put them under pressure. We made them kick the ball off when they didn't need to. That side of the game, this is like an extra string to the bow of Tottenham Hotspur, man. Not only are we playing the flash fancy football, but we're sending teams a message, and I'm loving that, man. Absolutely loving it. And, you know, when you're playing at that high intensity, you're going to get knackered. But as Ange said, if you're going to not press, you're going to be running anyway, because you're going to have to be running back into your own half to support your defenders and getting the ball and then running forward. So if you're going to run, you might as well run at them. Makes perfect sense, doesn't it? It makes perfect sense to me. Kim62, off to bed. Thanks for your positive chat. Peace and love, man. Peace and love to you too, man. James Paratrooper, here we go. Sonny doesn't score in 3 consecutive games. Some of the fans are ready to boot him out the door. Well, what? Yeah. It's only a few, though, isn't it? It's only a few with big gobby mouths that think they know fucking everything about football and they're the experts. They've probably never kicked the ball. They've never coached the ball. At least me, I've been watching football since they've been shitting yellow. I still don't know what I'm talking about. I still don't think I'm an expert, but I like what I'm seeing. That's all I can go on. I like what I'm seeing. I'm entertained. I can feel the vibes. Football's about emotion. It's not about facts. It's about emotion. It's about the way you feel. It's about players expressing themselves because they're artists, you know. When they're doing what they want to do on the pitch, they feel free, man. And Angie's letting them do that. So we're only at the start. So, you know, all these gobby people, just being negative for the bloody sake of it. Just bring everyone down to them. I'm miserable, so I want to make everyone else miserable. Fuck off. Swimmaster, what's your thoughts on Skip? I don't have great thoughts on Skip, man. To be fair, no, not great thoughts. He was great on loan at Norwich. Okay, well, water always finds its own level, doesn't it? But then a bad injury. He was actually all right before his injury. I think the injury is, I don't know. He's being reckless. He's not good enough. But even after his return to us, he was touted as future captain of Spurs. What happened? Injuries? I think he's lost half a yard, man. And I think that's causing him to make bad decisions, particularly when he's tackling. My main worry about Skip, more than the fact that I think his technique and vision is not there, is that he's reckless. And I like a bit of biff on the pitch. I love a bit of physicality. I want more of that in the game. But I don't like seeing players getting, buggered up and injured and out for weeks and all that sort of stuff. And I think Skip might spring one of those. And I don't want to see a Spurs player doing that. Unless it's Romero doing it on Matt Cash. I'll be all for that. I'll take the consequences. You know what to do, Cootie. You know what to do, man. You were there watching the game. Stefan Bois, what a bad November that was for us. Well, yes and no, but I'll read your comment. I think we'll be okay in the long run. Okay, good. But in the short term, we need to paper over the cracks so we can get a few points in December. Look, I'm actually feeling positive. I don't want to rationalise defeats, but Chelsea was a weird old game. You know, we didn't help ourselves and we got 2 injuries. But the way we dealt with it, I thought was fantastic. Wolves last week, so many changes in the first 11. It didn't gel. They weren't on it. Dyron Davies at the back. You ain't going to ever play attractive football because you've got those 2 people behind you. You can't rely on them. But last night, yeah, we lost. We played bloody well, man. We played really well. You know, maybe think of this as a way like, how do I explain this? Say if this is what had happened to us at the beginning of the season, instead of us having a good run. And I don't think this is entirely invalid and me just pulling something out my arse. It's because it's like a different team to what started the year. So let's just say this is the team that started the year and this is our 3rd game and this is where we are. I'd be happy with that. I'd be happy with it. Because I can see where we're going. And a friend of mine who was at the game, he sent me a text. You know, obviously frustrated we lost. Should have taken our chances. But he said a lot of the fans stood, waited at the end of the game and applauded the players. So the fans that are going and seeing the football eye to eye, they're seeing it. They were in good voice last night. Rich, super encouraged by first half. Some of our best football all season yet. Most sustained attacking football. It's great. Yeah, I loved it, man. Ronald M. Hot water, I'm going to bed. Cheers, Paul. See you later. Oh, reminds me, I've got to keep hydrating, haven't I? Because I've been going longer than I expected. Because Jacob came in with a bunch of other lovely people. You're all keeping the vibes super nice. Thank you very much, folks. Stephen Boy, I think Ange is learning a hell of a lot in these few games. Yeah. I think that's what you're trying. Yeah. Well, I wasn't, but I have been saying that as well. But you're right. Yeah, you know, Ange has got to see this and experience it with his own eyes. If Ange is just going to go on what we reckon, what we all know, this is what I've been hearing twats say. Oh, we all know this. We all know that. We wouldn't be playing Papa Matasar and we wouldn't be playing Yves Bissouma because they were both out of the team last year. So if Ange was going on what we know, we'd be worse for it. You know, it's a slow build. It's a build. It's a build. And, you know, Ange is making doubly sure who's up for it and who's not up for it. And, you know, he can put his submissions up to the board. Mr. Levy. He's building a solid case, isn't he? And when you look at it, it doesn't look like we need a huge amount. The more that players come into the party, you know, the more meagre our upgrade requirements are going to be. James Paratroop, I knew Skip had to go when he made a major error, and Vic pointed that out, and Skip was screaming at Big Vic. Out of order, man, I agree. Skip is toxic. We don't need that energy at the club. Yeah, I saw that. I saw that as well, man. And I think, you know, Big Vic had a blinder. Big Vic had a blinder. And you don't argue with your keeper in the penalty box. That's what he's the gaffer of, isn't he? Ronald M. Oops, hot water bottle. Oh, I thought you were just hot water. Steve Sharp over to us. Well, you know. Oh, you know, while people are here. You know. Has anyone got, you know, is there any news I've missed? Anything come out? Yeah, there's a few people watching. Say hello. I've been going 2 hours because, you know, I just don't want to repeat myself, man, you know. Say something once, why say it again? That's what David Byrne said. And feel free to go on any tangent you please, you know. Here's the Hotspur Hippie channel. Here we go. Yeah, he was getting a bit mouthy. Skip was getting a little bit mouthy. And You know, if you're Ramiro, maybe you can get away with it, but if you're Oliver Skip, you certainly cannot. Know thy place, young Skippy. I liked Angie's comments after the game. I dare say Jacob's gone through those, and I've gone through those as well, but he said we played well. Quite pleased with the performance. You know, I'm glad I've done this stream, because like I was waking up, I was feeling a bit flat because I didn't sleep much last night. And, you know, flat over Terry Venables, that sort of hit me a bit. And flat because we lost. I don't like losing. But the positives outweigh the negatives. Don't look at the scoreboard. Positives of the game. Benton Core was looking great, man. Yes, he was. He was fantastic. Kulu playing in midfield was good. Lo Celso played. He actually played. He turned up in a Spurs shirt. Usually you stick one of these on him and he goes... So he's done all right there. Even Hill showed promise. Absolutely. He didn't show that he was getting blown over and breezed off the ball. Didn't see any of that. He was nippy. He was using his size to his advantage, which was good to see. For those of you who haven't seen this before, and I'll bring it up, I'll actually have a look, see how we go. I'm running a tipping thing. The website is Predict the Football. It's free to join. You've only got to give your email address. You don't have to even confirm your email address. You can type in any old crap. That's why I chose this one. You just pick your scores for each week. And if you put in the league code 534030, you can play along with us. And there's quite a few people in there. I'll just get the old table up. So we can all laugh at how bad I am. I mean, you know, you're asking me about football. You're expecting me to provide football expertise. Wait till you see this. Look at this. Here's the comp at the moment. Oh, Craig the Gecko Man is pushing up the bottom, but I can only sneer and laugh at his failure so much, because there I am right in the relegation zone as well. Glenn Oddle's running away with it at the moment. He's stolen a march, followed by Dirty Sanchez and Barney. So it's never too late to join, because we could break it down by month and stuff like that and see who's won each week. There's no prizes because I ain't into gambling. And it's just a bit of fun, isn't it? Just a bit of fun. Who said that? That was Jon Snow on when he used to do the news, isn't he? Here we go. If you want to join, come along. Beat me. You know? Then you can say, what do you know about football? Angie's been found out. The squad depth. We know the fucking squad's thin. It's been thin for fucking years. But at least we've got someone who's taking responsibility for transfers now. Not, he's a club signing. None of that anymore. It doesn't matter what suits we've got in the place, whether it's Levy, Cullen, Lange, Munn. Ange is cool. And I'm happy about that. I'm very happy about that. Sonny Paratrooper, when Saar missed the pass for Sonny was Superman. Oh yeah, I remember this one, and Saar knew it, didn't he? He knew he cocked it up. But Saar said he was sorry and gave his captain a hug. Yeah. Was it a corner or something like that? I can't remember. I remember that. Yeah. That's the difference between Star and Skip. Saar respects his teammates. Yeah, Skip. If you cock it up, mate, take it on the chin. Take it on the chin. That's the way it should be in football, you know. Oh, I forgot. You know, when I do the football league, I forgot to intro it with this remarkable bit of video production. I haven't even lined it up. I'm supposed to be in the crystal ball. I resized it. Well, what can you do, eh? What can you do? Super chats and memberships are available if you want to support the channel. It enables me to buy a nice new comfy chair. It's all of where I'm now is all down to members and super chats and people viewing my videos. I've been on the second-hand market. I've got myself great big studio lights now. Got myself a green screen so I don't disappear half the time. I've got a second-hand laptop. I've got it looking how and sounding how I wanted it. I'm still making a few cock-ups with the tool I'm using, but it gives me flexibility. Look at that. It looks like I'm on fire. Whoa, what's going on there, man? Feel the power. Feel the flames. The heat. The Tottenham Hotspur heat. Clairvoyant hippie, yeah. I will stick myself in the crystal ball and maybe make it a bit misty. But when I bought, see what happened, Steady Shows, when I bought this new, when I say new, it's old, but it's brilliant. Laptop. I've got when I put the green screen in, because the PC doesn't have to guess what's behind me. I realised I can stream now in glorious full high definition in 1080p. Some things I didn't. The tool I'm using, OBS Studio, doesn't automatically resize things for you, so it's a bit of a cock up. Oh, look at this side dancer. Side dancer's in the league. Just joined the league, man. Nice one. Welcome. Someone else. So I'm going to be shoved down another place, am I? Fuck. Oops. Paul, your video and audio is super clear. I hope that's what, this is where I wanted to get to, man. This is where I wanted to get to. I'm loving your setup. It's really professional. Thanks, man. Maybe the look and feel is not up, what some people like, but like Ange, this is the way I'm doing it. To me, there's no point in me doing another Spurs channel where I'm just sitting there in front of a desk. I'm not bagging this. I'm not saying this is wrong, by the way, but if I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this my own way, and I'm going to be a little bit different about it. And really, if I was just to do what everyone else is doing, what am I offering? Not a lot, really. Because there's people that do that really well. People like Henry Wright, I like watching. Sean Butler, I like watching. We Are Tottenham TV, Irish Hotspur. These are Jacob, United Spurs of America. These are all some of my favourite channels. So they do it better than me, that sort of thing. So I'm doing it my way. But appreciate the comment there. I'm happy with it, man. Daniel Lee. I've had some people say, I had one comment saying, I like your channel, but I'm out. The background music sounds like I'm on hold at a dentist. Oh, well, fuck off then. Don't listen to it. I don't think I've ever gone on a channel or YouTube video and said, oh, this is shit. That's the way it is, isn't it? Daniel Lee, would have been good to get some points. It would have been, man. It would have been. I can't deny it. A loss hurts. But even in defeat, there is within it an echo of glory. Bill Nicholson, man. We went out and we gave it a bloody good go. We gave it a go, and it's clear to me the players are still all in on Ange. Oh, hang on. Sorry, I didn't finish your comment there, Daniel. Sorry about that, old son. It would have been good to get some points today, seeing as in the next two games we could really get taken apart. I don't think we will. I saw enough last night. I thought, you know what? Okay. Tricky times, but I think we're going to get through them a lot better than I would have thought before yesterday's game. That's what one of the big things I took out of it. I thought, you know what? Even with the depletions we've got, we're going to be all right. And I'm not even really necessarily thinking about results there. It might be the case where we might have a couple of losses. But if we're playing like that, I'm happy, because when our players come back, we're going to take the fucking piss out of the rest of the teams. Oh, well, says Swim Master, let Skippy go back to Norwich, yeah. But this time on a permanent session off for Fulham, disappointment. What an injury-prone waste, yeah, get him out. Davies, yeah. Dyer, any others we need to get rid of? Well, there's probably more than we think. And I don't know who they're going to be yet, because, you know, over time, Ange is going to have more of his players than previous managers' players. Who makes the cut and who doesn't? I think, there's going to be some surprises in there. But the changes are here. Changes are here. Like Ange says, you might be able to slow the train down, but you ain't stopping it. So you might as well just get on board. Full steam ahead. You should do more. Should you, mate? Yeah, you should do more Diatactical Genius videos. Oh, well, if the ideas pop into my head, they pop into my head. Actually, I did. I did do one which I never published because I thought it was just a bit shit. It wasn't as good. It wasn't as good as the other one, so I'm not doing that. James Paratrooper, Ndombele, of course. I forgot about him. The forgotten man of Tottenham Hotspur, Ndombele. Yeah, man. Get rid of him. Daniel Lee, Emerson and Davies against Haaland is generally making me terrified. I'd be more terrified if it was Dyer and Davies. But what's the story with Haaland? Maybe he's not going to be playing. Let's have a look here. I'm going to have a look. Haaland, I can't spell his name, but I'm assuming Google will fix it all up for me. Injury update. Bum, 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 bum. Okay, I'll see what Pep said before the game against Liverpool. Oh, yeah, he hoped to have him playing. He didn't play against Liverpool, though, did he? Oh, cookies, hang on. Small injury. Well, we will see. We will see what we will see. There's always a chance that if our front line get kicking forward, like we could have scored 5 goals last night, and I don't think that's going to be any different against Manchester City. So, I don't know, man. I'm positive. Look, I think it's going to be a good game. And Ndombele, it's the wages. Yeah, I know, man. Very comfortable, isn't he? Very comfortable. Well, you know what, folks? It might be time to draw a curtain on this dog and pony show for another stream. I am really bloody tired. So I'm going to have a bit of a kip and do a bit of work later. I'm going to leave it there, folks. But thank you so much for everyone joining in. I think we're in good shape. It seems to be to me. There's more of us than them, if you know what I mean. There's more of us than them. There's a lot more positive vibes than stinky know-it-all, I'm an expert vibes, and we're all fucked. I think we're not. I think the future is looking bright. And it was good to see the players do what Ange wanted to do. Didn't come off last night, disappointing. But all in all, can't be bad, man. Can't be bad. Till next time, folks. Peace and love. Come on, you Spurs.